class, the first thing you need to do is you need to go to aplusstudents.com. You need to go to the website. Once you're on the website, you need to select grade mathematics as your subject. Okay, once you've selected maths as your subject, you need to select grade 1. Okay, this is a grade 1 lesson, and the name of the topic is subtraction. Subtraction. The chapter number is, let me give you the chapter number. Chapter number 5, lesson number 7. This is chapter number 5, lesson number 7, and the name of the lesson is subtraction. Sentences. For word problems. Okay, and we are doing numbers up to 10. Okay, so we'll be doing subtraction and we'll be looking at word problems. Okay, let's go to grade 1, chapter number 5, lesson number 7. And the first question we have, it says, let's do the first sentence, first question. And the question number 1 that we have states this information. So the question number 1 says, last year, Christina's cat caught a total of 5 mice and birds. Okay, so I'll just align this. Just a moment, please. Okay, this is aligned. Got a total of, okay. I'm just doing this so that we have more space and it's more visible for us. Okay, so if this is a question given to us, last year Christina's cat caught total of 5 mice and birds. The total is being given to us, that is a total of 5 mice and birds, right? Her cat caught 4 mice. Okay, the number is 4 mice. How many birds did Christina's cat catch last year, right? Write a subtraction sentence that fits the story. So we know the total was 5, right? The total was 5. Out of the total 5, we subtract 4 mice, which should be equals to 5 minus 4 is, that would be 1. So there would be exactly 1 bird. So the subtraction sentence that we need to write is exactly the same thing. That would be 5 minus 4 would be equals to 1. Agreed? So just what we need to do is we need to find the subtraction sentence by finding the difference of 5 and 4. Okay? Do we agree? Yes. Welcome everyone. Yes, it's correct. 5 minus 4 is equals to 1. Let's move on to the next question. So the question number 2 says, let me just copy it. Okay. The question number 2 says, if Monica has, let me just realign this. Monica has finished reading one page in her library book. The book has a total of 4 pages. If the book has 4 pages, let's see how the equation can be written for question number 2. I'll start highlighting. She finished reading one page. The book has a total of 4 pages. How many pages does Monica have left to read? That means we write the total. The total was 4 pages minus the number of pages read. That was one page was already read. And how many pages are left to be read? That means unread of number of pages would be unread number of pages would be. I'll just write the spelling again. Okay. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Adiboy. Thank you, Nate. That means 4 minus 1 would be 3, and the subtraction statement is 4 minus 1 equals to 3. This working is already the subtraction statement. But what I am writing over here is I'm giving them headings as well. Like 4 was a total, 1 was read, and 3 unread, right? So we give this as the final answer. This is the only answer, right? That we need to give. Okay. Let's move ahead to the next question. What we did was we found the difference of 1 and 4 and 1, and that came out to be 3. So the next question says, just a moment, please. Okay. So question number 3 says, Mrs. Nelson opens a box of colored pencils and one fell on the floor. Okay. One fell for question number 3. One fell on the floor. The the box says it has a total of 5 colored pencils. The total was the box has a total of 5 colored pencils inside. So what we need to do is we need to find how many of the colored pencils stayed in the box, did not fell out. So we know that the total is total number of pencils were 5 minus the number of pencils which fell out. One of them fell out, right? That means 5 minus 1. Thank you, Eddie boy. 5 minus this would be equals to in the box, right? So 3 were left in the box. So we can finally write the statement 5 minus, sorry, my bad, apologies. I was looking at the other answer. 5 minus 3 is 4. How can we find this? We can write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 minus 1, we are left with 4. That means 5 minus 1 would be equals to 4. This is our answer. This is our subtraction sentence that fits the story, right? Apologies sometimes if I'm reading a number, another reference, so I might make a mistake, okay? Sorry for that. Okay. Gordon has no flowers in his backyard. He decides to plant certain number of flowers, okay? Let's see what does question number 4 ask us. So the number 4 is saying, just a moment, I'll just realign this. We need to write the subtraction statement. Says how many roses did he plant? He needs plants, roses, and daisies. So he decides to, okay. So if this is a question that's given to us, that is our question number 4. It says Gordon has no flowers in his backyard. So he decides to plant a total of 3 roses and daisies. Total is 3. That means we can write total would be 3. Okay. Minus. Let's see. Gordon plants
2 daisies. If he plants 2 daisies, how many roses would be there? They're asking us how many roses would Gordon have. So this would give us the number of roses.
Hi, Precious. Welcome.
Okay, so what we are doing is we are trying to find the subtraction sentences for these stories. That means 3 minus 2 is 1, and which we can write this as 3 minus 2 equals to 1. This is our sentence for subtraction statement, right? 3 minus 2 would be equals to 1. Yes, boy, that is correct. Let's move ahead. Let's have a look at the next question. It says an empty school bus picked up a total of 4 children. Okay, let's change the number. Let's try to make it a little difficult. Okay, let's try to make it a little interesting and a little difficult. I'll make some changes to the question. Okay, it's not 4. I'll change the number 4. Okay, picked a total of 8. Question number 5. It says an empty school bus picked up a total of 8 children from the school. So we know that total was 8. At first, at his first stop, 3 children got off the bus. So got off would be 3. So how many are left on the bus? Or how many children stayed on the bus? Stayed on the bus. We know that 8 minus 3 would always be equal to, how can we do this? We can write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We need to subtract 3, 1, 2, and 3. So we are left with, yes, thank you, Arabai. So we are left with 5 students who stayed on the bus. And the subtraction sentence would be 8 minus 3 would be equals to 5. And this is our answer. Okay. So let's move ahead. Let's see what does the next question tell us. Just a moment. I'll copy the next question. Okay, just a moment. Okay. Let me realign this so that it's readable. I know it's not readable right now. So the next question says there are a certain number of shoes. Okay. Sometimes I need to realign. Okay. How many pairs of shoes? This and this. Okay. Once I have rearranged it, let me just change the size. Okay. And the question number 6 states that 3 pairs of shoes in a particular shoe store are black. 3 of them are black. There are total 5 pairs of shoes in the store. So they're asking us how many pairs of shoes are not black. We know that total were 5 minus which were black. So how many were black? 3 were black. So how many would be not black? What is 5? Yes, thank you. 5 minus 3 would mean there are 2 pairs of shoes which are not black. And the final answer we can write this as 5 minus 3 is equals to 2. This is our subtraction sentence for this particular story. Agreed? Okay. Moving ahead to the next question. The next question says, just a moment, please. Okay. So the next question, that is question number 7. Question number 7 says, last week, okay, write a subtraction sentence that fits the story. Let's move this. I try to align this because so that our statements are almost of the full space. All of them would be of full same space, okay? This is our question number 7. And let's increase the size. Okay. Last week, Bill practiced a song 4 times. If she practiced a song 1 time on her own, how many times did she practice the song in front of others? So we can say that the total number of times she practiced the song was 4 times minus practice by on her own. So 1 time she practiced on her own. So how many times would she would have practiced in front of others? In front of others. 4 there were total 4 times she practiced a song. 1 time she did on her own. The remaining time she did in front of others. So 4 total minus 1. That, yes, thank you, Hariboy. That would be 3. Okay, and the subtraction sentence is 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. Or we can also write, if we have to write, this was subtraction sentence. If we had to write a statement, we can say she practiced 3 times in front of others. But they are not asking us this statement. I'm just explaining this. If they would want the answer in a statement, we give the statement. But here they only require the subtraction sentence. Okay? Thank you. Let's look at the next question. And the next question would say, okay. Let's create some questions. Okay, I'm just picking up a similar question. I'll change the number of values, okay? So if this is a question given to us, and I will change the final numbers, okay? Just a moment. Give me a moment, please. Let me rephrase the question. These were given. These are roses and daisies. Apply. Okay. Okay. If this was the question given to us, I will change these numbers. He planted a total of 9. Okay. For question number 8, they're saying Gordon has no flowers in his backyard. So he decides to plant a total of 9 roses and daisies. If Gordon plants 2 daisies, okay, he planted 2 daisies. How many roses did he plant? So the total given to us is he planted a total of 9. Out of those 9, how many were daisies? 2 were daisies. Then the remaining would be roses. So how many roses were there? 9 were the total, minus 2.
9 minus 2 would be, we can do this through the working. We can write down the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. How many do we need to subtract? We need to subtract 2, and we are left with 7. Agreed? We are left with 7. That means if the total plantation was 9, 2 were those daisies, then 7 would be roses. So the subtraction sentence can be written as 9 minus 2 equals to 7. You do not have to give these labelings. These labelings, I'm just writing down to explain. But even if you write them, it would never be incorrect, okay? It's perfectly fine to write the statements, but that's just an additional work. But it would tell the teacher that we know what exactly we are trying to do in the question, okay? We have more than enough time, so let's make something else. Okay, let's try to change this previous question again and with new values on it. Okay. So question number 9 says this. I would rephrase this. Just a moment, please. The total of this. Okay. Okay, this. Let's make more number of pages in the book, right? The library book has this pages. Okay, we say that the library book has 10 pages. And question number 9. If Monica finished reading, okay, sorry. This would be, let's change these numbers. She cannot have reading 4 pages and there are total 10 pages in the book. Okay. If Monica has finished reading 4 pages in her book, the book has a total of 10 pages. So we know that if the book has a total of 10 pages and she has already read how many? She read 4 pages already. So how many pages are she left with, which are unread? Yes. If the book has a total of 10 pages and she read 4 pages. So 10, thank you, Adaboy. 10 minus 4 would be equals to 6. So we can write the subtraction sentence as this is already subtraction sentence. We just refine it and we just give the sentence that 10 minus 6 equals to 4, and that is your answer. That means she still needs to read the remaining 6 pages. Okay. Okay, let's make up a new question. Max has 7 candies. He shared maybe 3 3 with his friend. How many candies are left with him? And we need to write a subtraction sentence for the story. Okay, let's write a subtraction sentence for the story. So if Max had a total of, so we can say he had a total of 7. How many did he share? He shared 3. So he shared 3. So he is left with remaining candies would be
7 minus 3, yes, thank you, boy. 7 minus 3 is 4. So we write the subtraction sentence as 7 minus 3 equals to 4. And that is your answer. Okay. 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 Um, I would say, let's make a question. If you had dollars 10 to spend, you bought a juice. Sorry, we're just assuming a question, right? A juice for dollars 5. How much cash is remaining with you, right? How much cash is remaining, M-A-I-N, sorry, remaining with you? This is the question, and let's write down a subtraction sentence for the story. If you had 10 bucks and you spent 5 out of it, right? So we can say you had a total cash that was 10 bucks, right? Use how much did you spend on the juice? You spent 5. Yes, very good. So you would be left with remaining, right? You would be left with $5. That means we can say 10 minus 5 is equals to 5. Okay? Okay. One more question, then we'll try doing the quiz. Okay? So let's try another question. Question number 12. If 9 friends were supposed to go to an amusement park, 2 did not go. How many friends went to the amusement park? And let's write the subtraction sentence for the story. If there were a total of 9 friends, if there were 9 friends who were supposed to go to the amusement park, 2 of those friends did not go. Then how can we write this? Can we say total was 9 friends? Out of the 9, did not go. Did not go. There were 2 friends who did not go. So how many friends went to the amusement park? If 9 were the total, 2 did not go. How many passes would you need to buy? 9 minus 2 is 9 minus 2 would be, if there were total 9 friends, 2 did not go. So what we can do is we can always write down the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 2 did not go. That means
Seven friends went, yes, thank you, Arboy. Seven friends went to the amusement park. And this can be written simply as 9 minus 2 would be equals to 7. And this is the answer. Okay, let's try the test. Okay, let's try doing questions from the test and we'll try to do as many as we can. Okay, just a moment, please. It, it's possible that we might not have the exact same question. Okay, we will do all the same questions, but the arrangement of the questions might be different for us. Okay, so I'll give you a minute for each question and let's see what we can do. Okay, if this is our question number one and these are the two options we have, this is question number one from the test. Okay, so the question number one says Mrs. Nelson opened a new box of colored pencils. One pencil fell on the floor. Okay, so if one pencil fell on the floor, the box says there are a total of five colored pencils inside. How many of the colored pencils stayed in the box? Option A or option B? How many pencils were total there? It says one fell out and it also gives us the total number of pencils, right? Mrs. Nelson opened a new box of colored pencils and one of the pencils fell on the floor. The box says there are a total of five colored pencils inside the box. How many of the colored pencils stayed inside the box? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Attaboy. Option number A, because we know that the total was 5. Okay, the answer is perfectly correct. Minus the number of pencils which fell out. One fell out, right? So we can easily say that how many pencils stayed in the box? We can say in the box. 5 minus 1 is always 4. Agreed? Thank you, Precious. Thank you, Attaboy. That this is our subtraction sentence for this particular story. Okay, let's try the next one. Okay, an empty school bus picked up a total of 4 children. Let me change the values. Okay, or let's do the same. Yeah, let's keep the same. Okay, let's not change, otherwise the options will also change. Okay, these are the two options for us. This is our question number 2 from the test. And it says, an empty school bus picked up a total of 4 children from the school. At its first stop, when it arrived at the first stop. Okay, very good. But why cannot be option A the answer? Option B is correct. Option A cannot be the answer because we can simply say that the total number of children was 4 and this has a 5, right? That means this is not possible. Option B is the correct answer. Thank you. So we can say the total number of children minus who got off the bus would be equal to the number of students who stayed on the bus, right? If the total was 4, 3 got off, then 1 stayed on, right? Yes, option B is the correct answer. Thank you, Boy. Okay. I was just giving you the reason why A cannot be the answer because it has a 5 on it. Okay. Very similar to the question that we did. It's about Christina's cat. Okay. For question number 3, it says this. Let me just reduce the size. Okay. Okay, this is our question number 3. And these are the two options which are given to us. So if they are saying that Christina's cat caught a total of n number of mice and birds. If her cat caught 4 mice, we need to find the number of birds. So we can always say that total minus mice, the number of mice should be equals to the number of birds caught. So we know that the total were 5. Her cat caught 4 mice. Yes, thank you, everyone. And we know that 5 minus 4 is always equals to 1. Option A is the correct answer, right? And we can also say that 4 minus 1 is never equals to 5, right? Because 4 minus 1 was 3 and 3 is never equal. Whenever we put a slash on the equal sign, it means it's not equal, right? So our subtraction sentence is 5 minus 4 was equals to 1. Thank you. Let's move ahead. Let's see. Let's have a look at the next question. Just a moment. Let me select this. Okay. For the next question, it says, okay, I just realign the font size. For question number 4, just a moment, please. Sometimes the font is not aligned. Okay. If this is our question number 4, and question number 4 says, Monica has finished reading 1 page in her library book. She already read 1 page. The book has a total of 4 pages. She read 1 page. It has a total of how many pages are left to read? Monica has finished reading 1 page in her book. She read 1 page. There are a total of 4 pages. So if she has already, yes, thank you, May. So option A, option B? It cannot be option A, right? And we need, May, but we need to give the answer else as well. We need to give the total answer. Total minus read would be equals to unread. That use 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. Thank you, May. Thank you, Precious. Oh, no, Precious. You wrote option A. There were total 4. May's answer is correct. May wrote 4 minus 1 equals to 3, right? There are total 4 pages, right? Total of 4 pages. Out of those pages, she has finished reading 1 page already. So 4 minus 1, yes, 4 minus 1 would be equals to 3, right? Do we agree? Precious, do we agree on this? 4 minus 1 equals to 3. Yes, May, 4 minus 1 is correct. Okay, but we need to give the complete subtraction sentence, right? The complete sentence would say 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. Precious, do we agree on this? Okay, thank you. This would be 4 minus 1 equals to 3. Let's have a look at the next question. The next question says, okay, it's still on Bill practicing a song. Let's see if we can paste here. Yes, we can. So this is our question number 5. And these are the two given options, option A and option B. What they are saying is, last week, Bill practiced a song 4 times. She needs to practice a song. She practiced 4 times. If when she was alone or maybe at home, she practiced it once. Okay? She practiced the song once. And what they are asking us is, how many times did she practice the song in front of others or in front of the audience? Yes, thank you. But by chance, question number 4 and question number 5 have the same answer, right? Because Bill practiced 4 song, total times would be 4 minus on her own. That is the same equation like question number 4, by chance, right? And we said in front of others, 4 minus 1 is always 3. Yes, option B is correct. Thank you, Aderoy. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, May. Yes, it is the same. But May, when you're writing the subtraction sentence, please write the complete equation, right? Write the complete sentence. Either pick up the option A or B, or when you give the sentence, you say 4 minus 1 is equals to 3. Okay? Your answer is perfectly fine, but it does not give the answer. It gives the initial statement 4 minus 1. Okay? Thank you, May. Okay, if the answer was 4 minus 1 equals to 3, let's do the next. Gordon has no flowers in his backyard, so he decides to plant a total of 3. Okay, let's see. For question number 6, if these are the given options, and this was question number 6, this was option A and option B. Gordon, no flowers in the backyard, plant a total of 3 roses and daisies. If he plants 2 daisies, how many roses does Gordon plant? He plans on planting a total minus daisies should be equals to the number of roses, right? Because they told us the total and they told us the number of daisies. So it should be What was the total? He decides to plant a total of 3. Yes, correct. Out of these 3, 2 are daisies, right? Then the roses were, yes, thank you, Adeboy. That would be 1. This is the subtraction sentence. When we look at the options, option B is the correct answer, right? Option B is the correct answer. We are done with 6 questions out of the 7. Just the last question is left. Okay. Please do practice the last question. Or you will try, if you would not do just the last, just do these 7 again, because we have already done with the 6. Okay. Just practice so that you have a better answer, understanding. Okay. Thank you, Precious. Thank you, May. Thank you, Ediboy. Okay. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. Take care.